Thanksgiving is kind of a holiday that happens, but isn't really that important, maybe? I don't know. I think it's a Christmas holiday. It's part of the season. It starts the Christmas season. I think everybody can agree with that. I think calling it a Christmas holiday makes it sound a little lesser. Maybe it is a little lesser because it's not Christmas. But a lot of people would be like, it's not a Christmas holiday, but also they'd be like, no Christmas music till Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, the beginning of the Christmas holiday, okay? You know it's true. Christmas gets a season, right? It gets the whole month of December, maybe even longer. In other countries, November too, probably. And in Costco, September. Um, but Christmas is just a bigger deal than Thanksgiving, I think. Thanksgiving does not get a season. Like, when people put out decorations, they got the Halloween decorations. They got the Christmas decorations. They don't got the Thanksgiving decoration. Maybe fall, but like, what is that, like a pumpkin? Pumpkin is Halloween. So fall is like leaves. You put up the doormat, but fall starts in September. Like, you have your fall decorations up. There's just nothing for Thanksgiving. Like, are you going to put an inflatable turkey in your yard? I have seen that. That was actually really weird. I've also seen a giant inflatable Easter bunny, and I wasn't sure how to feel about that. It had a lot of eggs underneath it. It had just so many eggs. I don't know why they had that many eggs, and if there was chocolate in all of those, that was a lot of chocolate. I hope there was like a lot of kids eating that because it's just imagine. I'd like to imagine there's just one guy who's like, I'm gonna buy this giant inflatable Easter bunny because I'm single and lonely, and I want to make people think I'm cool, and I'm gonna put all these eggs to make it look like I have kids that are coming, and then I'm gonna eat a lot of chocolate because I'm very lonely and depressed. That's probably what that was, and it's the same kind of person who put up a giant inflatable turkey, right? I don't know. I don't see very many inflatable turkeys. I see a lot of inflatable pumpkins. There's one in our neighborhood, 4 pumpkins tall. It is like as tall as their house. It is maybe taller. It is very tall. But that's a Halloween decoration. No Thanksgiving decorations, because Thanksgiving doesn't really matter. The staunchest defenders of Thanksgiving are people with November birthdays. And the reason for that is they can't admit that November is a bad month. It's not the worst month because January is kind of bad and February is pretty bad. November is down there. It's down there with those months. It's the worst fall month. I don't think fall is a particularly good season because September is pretty nice, but it's like, so most of September is technically summer, so then you have October. And October is pretty nice usually. It depends on the year. There's usually like a week that's nice in October. This year has been a pretty warm October, I feel like. But, everywhere, just in general, it's been warm. But November is pretty bad. And part of December is fall too. I don't think people know what they mean when they say fall is their favorite season. They're like, I really like leaves. I don't even like the leaves. I like when they're green. I don't want them to be yellow. That doesn't look as nice. I don't know. I like the bright red ones sometimes, or like the purplish ones. I don't even like red that much. It's kind of like my least favorite color. But the trees, when they're red, that's kind of cool. When they're orange and they're yellow, I'm just like, that tree looks like it is dying, and that's not a good thing. You don't want the tree to look like it's dying. It is kind of. The leaves are dying. That is why they turn that color. So I'm actually just stating a fact. I'm not even making a joke. I'm just like, look at that chlorophyll go away. What do you know? And people will go on these color tours, and it's like, why? Like, you can look out the window usually. I mean, maybe if you live in the city, no. But like, if you live out of the city, there's a tree. There's a tree there. And then the leaves fall, and then you gotta rake them up. Thankfully, the trees in our yard are not very big yet, so we don't have to rake that much. They can kind of just get blown away because there's not a lot of leaves. And I'm gonna be living somewhere else by the time they get bigger. So, Anyway, fall is just not a very good season, I don't think. And Thanksgiving, a lot of people, I've heard people say Thanksgiving is one of the reasons for fall being such a good season. I think fall is bad holidays. Winter, listen, January, February, not good months. They don't have good holidays. Like, January has New Year's. I would say New Year's Day is a January holiday, I guess, but like New Year's Eve is where the real celebration comes in, and that's December. December is a great month. December is amazing, really, because Christmas. February is Valentine's Day? Hmm. No. No, 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 no. As a, I mean, yeah, I don't think I would like Valentine's Day if I was in a relationship. You know, Valentine's Day when you're not is just, it's just whatever, man. And when I was younger, when you're like in middle school or elementary school, you have to give Valentine's to like the whole school, and it's like, does this even mean anything anymore? I don't think so. But you do it anyway because you gotta do it, and it's like maybe even not me, maybe even you do like somebody, and you're like, well, it's not. I'm giving them the same thing I'm giving everybody else. They don't know that I like them, but maybe you give them something extra special. I don't know. Valentine's Day is a holiday. It's not a very good holiday. But I'm not talking about winter. I'm talking about fall. Fall has two holidays. Well, that's three. Labor Day. I mean, it's. And then it has Halloween, which is, Halloween, I don't really care for because I don't really like candy. If anybody did like me, they wouldn't like me anymore. But most of Halloween is candy. So what's the point anymore, And then you can dress up, which is fun, but also it's like you have to pay money to get a good costume, and just buying one from the store is kind of lame. Like, make a costume? That's cool. One year, my mom and my aunt made us costumes. We were all the Knights of the Holy Grail from Monty Python. That was a cool costume. But, like, I'm not going to dress up if I can't be, like, something interesting like that. I'm not just going to put on a costume for the sake of it. Don't even dissect the irony maybe in that statement. But Thanksgiving, it's the best fall holiday. I'll give it that. It's a decent holiday. People are like, the food is amazing. I mean, we'll talk about the food in a minute. And then the other part of the holiday is giving thanks. Okay. I mean, people say the same thing every day. Like, I am thankful for my family, and I'm thankful for my friends, and I'm thankful for water. Me too, man. I'm so thankful for water because I would not be here without water. You have no idea. And sometimes people get really creative with it. But even when people do get creative with it, they're always like, I'm thankful for this creative thing. But also, my family, my friends, Jesus, etc. They say the basic things. Like, I kind of just assumed you were thankful for your family. And like some people, I know they don't have their family not great. But like, they're the only reason you're here. So you gotta be at least a little thankful, maybe. I don't know. But I don't like saying those things because I'm not going to be basic. That's boring. But anyway, the other things about Thanksgiving are the parade, which is kind of cool. I mean, my favorite part is when the president pardons a turkey. Yeah, that's just kind of funny that's like a thing that happens every single year. Like, I mean, go for it. The balloons are sometimes cool. But like, I could just look up a picture of the balloon. I don't need to watch the parade. And like, the parade is on. We're watching the parade. Sure. Last year, I knew some people in the parade. So we watched. And I saw one of them. One of them was never on screen. So that's just kind of sad. But I don't normally watch it. Not much. Because why would I? I can just look up pictures of the balloons if I'm into that. So then, I think a big thing about Thanksgiving, and really makes me question why people even like Thanksgiving, because people are always like, Thanksgiving is the conversations at Thanksgiving are the worst. And I guess this is because Thanksgiving is generally a holiday when everybody comes together. I don't know why Christmas never gets brought up, because people getting together for Christmas too, probably more often than Thanksgiving. But I don't know. I don't know how that works. Maybe people do get together more often for Thanksgiving. I don't think it's as significant, but you get to eat food, so there's that. But obviously when you have a big enough family, you're going to disagree about things, I guess. I have never had this because we don't really do Thanksgiving with our extended family. So we never have like political arguments, which we would if we had our extended family over, maybe. I don't know if it would get into arguments because at least it might actually. That might actually be a little bit entertaining, but also no, it would be just awful. I think that's terrible. And I think if you're not going to Thanksgiving because of the politics, I feel like that's just not, don't, just go and just deal with it. I get, like, apparently everyone has a racist uncle. I haven't asked my uncles if they're racist. I guess one of them has to be, so maybe I'll figure out which one that is when Thanksgiving comes around. So, yeah, people don't like that, the politics. A lot of people this year, especially boycotting Thanksgiving. I think it was a bad idea to have Thanksgiving like just after Election Day, because no matter what, a lot of people are going to be mad. So, like, either way it goes, even if it's not even a presidential race, you're voting for governor, you're voting for senator, politics are just kind of in the air, and you're going to be talking about it because they put Election Day right before Thanksgiving. Who thought that was a good idea? I mean, I guess Thanksgiving came after Election Day, I think. Maybe, can we move one of them? I mean, we can't move Thanksgiving. Move Election Day. Like, we could do that. We can put it in, like, December. Like, I don't think it would change anything. Maybe. I mean, it would just shift everything down. I don't know how complicated that would be. I don't know if that's practical, but it would maybe stop the political discussion. It wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. Because people would just be like, this is who I'm voting for in a couple weeks. We'd have to have the Election Day in, like, May to avoid the political discussion. And even then, we wouldn't avoid it. We'd just make it less because it happens anyway. But this year, especially the presidential election years, I imagine, are just top tier for political discussion. And by that, I mean they're awful, and probably, a lot of families break up over that, which is dumb. It's dumb. I don't even know why you would, like, I guess we just are taught to hate the other people, and it's like, I guess I can't talk to you now. You can't even be my family member anymore because you voted differently. That just your family should be before the president. President only going to be there for like 8 years tops. Your family, I mean, maybe not your racist uncle. He might be old and he might not make it 8 years. I don't know. Anyway, there's also the food, which is, it's fine. I don't love it, and we have it other times in the year. For it being like Thanksgiving dinner, this is the sacred meal. This is Thanksgiving dinner. I don't know if other families do this, but we eat it sometimes. Turkey is not very good. It's fine. I don't dislike turkey. I think it's okay. I'll eat it on Thanksgiving, but I'm never any other time of the year like, man, I could go for a good turkey right now. Other meats are just better. Not ham, though. Ham is worse. Why are you having ham? Ham is not good. And if there is ham, I'll take a little bit of it. But, I don't like ham. Ham is, the worst pig meat. I like pork chops. They're pretty good. And I'm not a huge fan of bacon, but I do it's I like it. Oh, okay. I wouldn't go out of my way to eat it, but it's good because it's bacon. It actually depends. I don't want to talk about if I don't like bacon because we're talking about Thanksgiving. I don't even know where the turkey came from because I don't even think they ate turkey on the first Thanksgiving, but it's a thing now. Because what my theory is, they had a lot of turkeys. They're like, nobody wants these because they're eating the chickens because chickens are cheaper and they taste better. Which part of that is just that I feel like more condiments go on chicken than they do on turkey. And also when chicken is left over, it doesn't get all slimy. Turkey it's good for maybe 1 day max left over and then get it out of here. It's not good anymore. So my theory is that they had the turkeys and no one's buying these, so why don't we make it the official bird of Thanksgiving? And they're like, that's a great idea. So now it's gonna be a big deal, and now everyone's gonna want turkey, even though no one wants turkey. Realistically, nobody actually does. You gotta put gravy on it, maybe some cranberry sauce. Which, by the way, cranberry sauce is not very good either. There's cranberry jelly, which comes in a can, and that's better, but it's that's just sugar. It doesn't taste like cranberry. I kind of like cranberry sauce, but not straight. I'm not gonna eat it. And there's always leftover cranberry sauce. There's always a lot of it, and it just doesn't get eaten and it gets thrown away because there's no reason to eat cranberry sauce by itself. Put it with the turkey maybe, and then you're like, yeah, and you got the other things in there. What are the other Thanksgiving foods? Mashed potatoes are mashed potatoes. They're good. They kind of go with anything. I don't know if that's something I would consider to be this is a Thanksgiving thing, but it's kind of always there Thanksgiving, so it's good. It's mashed potatoes. I don't like sweet potatoes. Sweet potato casserole is what if we made sweet potatoes and then we put brown sugar and marshmallows on it to get people to eat the sweet potatoes, because a lot of people don't like sweet potatoes. it's still sweet potatoes, and I'm not falling for it. I don't like marshmallows or brown sugar, so it's not gonna work on me. Green bean casserole sounds like it should be bad. I don't hate green beans, but I don't love them either. Cream of mushroom soup just sounds awful. I don't like mushrooms, but like, and the onion rings, I like onion rings. But like all of it together, green bean casserole is pretty good actually. I like it. Sometimes you have corn on Thanksgiving. I mean, corn is one of those things. Like if you have corn on the cob, I don't actually eat corn on the cob ever. Like it takes so much space on your plate. And like I don't know what to do with this really. It's just like once it's done, you're like, I just have this empty cob on my plate and it looks bad. And you don't want to like grab the cob and like throw it away because that's weird and probably impolite. So you got to leave it on your plate, and then it takes so much space up and it looks bad. So I don't really eat corn on the cob ever, but I'll eat like corn that's off the cob. But even then, you get like a little spoon. Don't make that much corn. Like, don't just make a little bit of corn because people aren't gonna eat as much corn as you think they're gonna eat because it's corn. Okay. That's just true. And then what is left? Stuffing is obviously good. It's like bread with, I don't know. It has stuff on it and it's good and it's stuffing and I mean, not all stuffing is good, obviously, but like if you make a good stuffing, it's a good stuffing. And they used to call it, and they call it, like, it's called stuffing because they put it in the turkey, I think. But we don't do that anymore. We just eat the stuffing, and stuffing does not last. The leftover stuffing, which is kind of a problem because I think you need stuffing to validate Thanksgiving dinner to make it actually worth eating. So then you run out of leftover stuffing, and you're like, well, now we have turkey and cranberry sauce and like some sweet potato and corn. I'm good, I think. I'm good. I'm not gonna eat that actually. And then there's the desserts, which I'm not a big dessert fan, but don't tell anybody. And so pumpkin pie. I never really liked pumpkin pie, even when I liked desserts or whatever, because pumpkin is just not a very good flavor to me. I don't really like it. Pumpkin pie, I just don't like it. Some people make pumpkin pie crustless, and then I'm like, is it a pie anymore? It's just like this. I don't know what the pumpkin pie filling is. I don't know how they make it. It is magic arts or whatever. I don't know. It's a weird consistency. I don't know what's in that. I don't want to know really. I mean, it's pumpkin and stuff, but like, I don't know, man. Like an apple pie, you're like, yeah, that's apples with like juice or whatever. I don't know. Sugar, probably. Apple pie is not really a Thanksgiving pie. People usually have it on Thanksgiving. Like it's there usually. I know because it's an easy pie to make, and it's like people like apple pie, but I don't know what associated with Thanksgiving. I think it's pumpkin and pecan pie, which are the two worst pies. Why did we do that? I think again, maybe back to the turkey thing. No one was eating the pumpkins. Like we gotta make people eat the pumpkins. Why don't we make a pie out of it and pretend like it's good? Actually, I'm not saying it's bad. A lot of people like pumpkin pie, and I'm not gonna judge you if you like pumpkin pie because I mean, that's the popular opinion. I'm the outlier not liking it. And people put like whipped cream on it or whatever, like the stuff in like the can. Like some people put a lot of it on. It's like you could just eat that, you know? Like go ahead. I might judge you a little bit. I did see a Thanksgiving food list that had red velvet cake on it. I don't know why. I don't believe anybody, like people must, I guess, but I've never actually seen anyone eat red velvet cake. I've seen it in the store, but I've never seen anybody buy it. I've never seen anybody eat it. I think it's chocolate with like a lot of red food coloring. I don't even like chocolate, so like just having red food coloring too. Why are you doing that? Like just make a chocolate cake. It probably had to be red velvet because they needed it to be like, whoa, it's different. It's not a chocolate cake, it's red velvet. It is a different flavor. I know, but is that a Thanksgiving thing? Am I just like missing something? Because I've never seen anybody eat a red velvet cake. And then there is, of course, the marshmallow jello salad thing that I have seen. I've never eaten it. I don't know I'm not into whatever that is. You know, I'm good. You know, Thanksgiving, another thing it doesn't have is music. And you know, I say that, and they're like, but this song! Yeah, there's a few of them, but there's not many. And most of them people don't listen to. Adam Sandler has a Thanksgiving song. He might have a Christmas song too. I don't know. He probably does. Everybody has a Christmas song, but not everybody's a Thanksgiving song. Adam Sandler does. I don't remember how it goes. I probably listen to it. I think Carrie Underwood has one. It's like about her eating a lot, and she has stretchy. It's called stretchy pants. So she has stretchy pants on because she's gonna eat like a lot, presumably. Okay, it's kind of funny, but like Karen Wood is like a deep voice when she's singing, and she just sounds like very serious. And so singing that song, it just doesn't. It doesn't exactly come across how maybe she expected to. Should we talk about Matthew West? Hey, listen, if you are like a Christian person, you probably heard Matthew West. He's got a song, Gobble Gobble. You know how it goes. I'm not gonna sing it. I could sing it, but I won't. I might cut a clip of me singing it in here if I decide to do that. No, I won't do that. Gobble Gobble is. Listen, I feel like you have to listen to it like once on Thanksgiving, and it's not a good song. It's not very good, but like, I don't care. I'll hear it like once and maybe twice max. The third time is when I'm like, yeah, I don't want you to do this anymore. Like, can we just like, why are we doing this right now? It's not. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. And then like, people are playing Gobble Gobble. Like, the Christian radio stations play Gobble Gobble like weeks before Thanksgiving, leading up to Thanksgiving. They're playing this song on regular rotation. I'm like, why? Thanksgiving doesn't have a season. Play it like 3 days before Thanksgiving max. Maybe a week. No one really listened to radio anyway, so like, who cares? Ben Rector has a song, the Thanksgiving song. He also has a song called "Thank You," which they play during Thanksgiving on the Christian radio. "Thank You" is kind of it's not a very good song. It's kind of repetitive and boring and whatever. And like, it's not even a Thanksgiving song. It just is about giving thanks to God. And then there's the Thanksgiving song, which is actually a good song. It's maybe the best Thanksgiving song that I know. It's the only one that like actually kind of takes itself seriously that I know. And I know I don't know that many. I looked up like a list of all the Thanksgiving songs. And they're like, "Mashed Potatoes" by this guy. I'm like, really? Really? I listen, I might have just made that up. But I'm pretty sure there was a song called "Mashed Potatoes." Like, that's a Thanksgiving song right there. Okay. Sure. I feel like you could make decent Thanksgiving music. The Thanksgiving songs always end up on the Christmas album, though, because it's a Christmas holiday, guys. See how it came full circle? See how I did that? That was pretty cool. Is there anything else I want to talk about? They play football on Thanksgiving. That's pretty nice. You know. What else do you want me to say? You know, so I may have come across as really negative, and that's because I kind of am. Like, Thanksgiving is fine. I'm just not excited for it. That's all. You know, it's like, it's a decent holiday. It's a solid 6.5 out of 10. You get to eat food that is, some of it's good, some of it not really. You get to watch a parade. You get to watch football. You get to say thank you for stuff, which every Thanksgiving doesn't make it any less true. But every Thanksgiving, they're like, you know, Thanksgiving is every day. Actually, we're gonna say thanks every day. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, but like,